Hey, Unstuckers, Josh here, as joined every week by my co-host Cel. Say what's up, Cel.
Hey, Unstuckers, how are you?
Welcome everyone to Casual Friday, where we take a minute to have a mini mastermind between Cel and myself to problem solve, set goals, and keep the ball rolling on our own businesses. This week on the podcast, we talked with Terrell Turner about finances. That guy has a head for numbers and a great personality, and we discussed Aunt Jemima. So we did get off topic a bit. So you should go back and check that out because it was super fun. But also he had a lot of good information to say. If you're terrified of numbers and you don't know where to begin, and everyone's telling you to go get QuickBooks or something, he tells you how to start with just a spreadsheet if you need. So go back and check that out if you need help with numbers, whether you're beginning or advanced. There's some good nuggets of wisdom in there for everyone. All right, with that, Chell, let's start with the Casual Friday pleasantries trademark. How are you?
I'm great. You said nuggets and Aunt Jemima, so I'm thinking fried chicken with some maple syrup.
Chicken and waffles.
That's where my mind went after you said that. But I'm
That's
doing
fair.
great. It's Friday for
You
all intensive purposes.
could be doing better. Could have chicken and waffles.
Could have chicken and waffles. Ooh, maybe that'll be dinner. Mmm. I have no maple syrup.
Ah. Oh well. Oh well. So Chell, let's talk about goals, shall we? Did you do your goals from last week, or am I
I,
donating $50 of your money to the National Riffle Association?
I didn't actually write them down, but I'm pretty sure I did them.
Oh,
So
I
I
wrote
think
them down, so let's find out. This is going to be a fun game show. Hold on. All right, what did you do?
I built and set up a Patreon completely, and it is OMFG launching today.
Woo! Nice. That was definitely one of your goals.
Okay, cool, cool. Um, and I honestly don't remember what the other one was. So, oh fuck, guys.
did you do anything on Pinterest?
Uh-uh.
Oh no!
Wait, what was my goal on Pinterest?
You're setting up your Pinterest and having at least 10 pins.
That was the week before.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm positive.
You were right. Super
I know
casual on
I'm
Casual
right.
Friday. Okay, wait,
Don't
wait.
stress
Let
me
me
out
look at
like
your real
that.
goals. That was scary. Wait, let's see. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so neither of the things we've talked about so far were your goals last week. um, how's that free PDF coming along?
Finished up, done,
That
beautiful.
was the goal. Done. Awesome.
God.
And do you have a plan, a brainstorm for your YouTube channel?
I have a small-ish brainstorm for my YouTube. I'm definitely going to repurpose the videos that I have on that I've created on what's it called on Instagram as a way for people to get to my Patreon. But that's all I've considered thus far. So there still needs to
Ladies
be.
and gentlemen, we have goals
Oh,
accomplished. It was
thank
touch
God,
and go there for a second. Josh messed up. Chell didn't write him down like, whew, but we made it.
dude, dude.
All right. Well, that's great. It sounds like you made your goals. We need a sound effect there in the podcast,
I
like
will add that.
ring a dings and whatnots.
Ring a dings and whatnot's heard.
Excellent, excellent. Whew, that was scary. I tensed up. I didn't want to give your money to the National Riffle Association.
I'm a little schwitzy now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Whew, you think we can get through this podcast? I don't know.
I think so. I think so. Did you get your
Okay,
shit done, Josh?
I did barely,
Okay.
but I did. My two things were to polish off and submit the Christmas song to one of the opportunities I had that had a due date. That was yesterday, Thursday, and boom, that's in. And the other one I totally forgot about until late last night when I was thinking I should probably look at the goals and make sure I did them before I record with Chell tomorrow. Uh, was I did indeed tweet at Anna Kendrick and invite her on our show.
Priorities,
And
obviously.
considering I have like no followers and 4 tweets or something to my name, it just says like, still an open invitation for at Anna Kendrick to be on our show. She can talk about anything she wants. Some of the fans recommended Twitter, so here I am.
Excellent.
So hold on, let me just, I gotta check these things. Maybe I don't check Twitter. Maybe she tweeted back, tweeted tweets. I don't know
Twatted?
how these things work. Nope. There was a good attempt, but no, I have no notifications, so I don't think Anna Kendrick has
That's cool. It's fine.
chirped back at me. Oh well. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen, dear Unstuckers. That is your Anna Kendrick update. Uh, with that, Cel, let's hear about your weeks, your brainstorms, your Patreons, your whatnots. You have 10 minutes on the clock, and 10 minutes and 1 second. Feeling
Oh,
slightly
wow.
generous
So
today.
generous.
Yeah. Wait, but I can't actually figure out where it is. Okay, now you have 10 minutes, and I'm going to give you 2 seconds because I was delayed, and I feel bad about that.
Oh my
Go.
gosh. Okay, so this week I did the things. Thank God. Oh, okay. Real talk. My majority of my work week was spent creating the content for Patreon. So like I mean, I have the videos already, right? Like they existed on Instagram, but I needed like a fancy little cover page for them. So I had to create that. I needed the actual content that like goes with those videos. So not only did I have to like design them from scratch, but I also had to like add in the content from the videos and more. So now that I have it set up, I think it's going to be fine, but that was probably close to 12 to 15 hours to create all of that this week, which is exponentially more than I thought it would be. But at least now that I have it created, all I have to do is like plug and play now as the weeks go on, right? Like I'm never going to have to do 4 at a time because that was really aggressive. Um, so as far as the Patreon launch goes, I over the last 2 weeks on Instagram, I've been just like trickling out information in stories, on posts, in DMs with people if it comes up. Um, after the ends of like all of the lives that I've been doing. So whether I'm on someone else's page or I'm doing like a Mama What's in Your Pantry or Winging It Wednesday, like I'm just blasting it out there because it may I've learned this now, right? Like so many people say this, but like even if it feels like it's a lot to you, only like 2% of the people watching are going to hear it more than once or are even going to hear it once. So I think that that's really important to remember when you feel super repetitive on any of these social media channels. Like dude, not everyone's going to hear it. So it's very exciting. Um that being said, I'm launching officially today, Friday, the 14th of Mayo, Cinco D, 14, oh, whatever. Anyway, I'm launching today. And I have a lot of people super excited about it. And I think it's because it's that $1 price tag. So I have you to thank for that, Josh. Like people are super stoked about it. Yeah, there you go. Pat yourself on the back. Yes, exactly. Seriously though, like people are super stoked about it. So initially
Sweet.
I was just gonna double the price, but I put it up to $4 if for anyone after 50, like to
Yeah.
really entice them to get on it
Yeah.
today. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna put it on my well, today being Friday, like you guys talking to you in the future. But it's gonna be live on my Instagram page of my bio rather than having my link tree up. That's gonna be the only call to action that I have, just because it is that important, and I want people to know exactly what they need to do. And I've already had people be like, "Sign me up right now." I'm like, "Hey, I can't do that. Only you can sign you up." Hee hee. So it's actually it's cool though. It's cool to know that people are stoked about this. So I'm going to use whatever I did over the last 2 weeks to figure this out again when I launch something else because like creating that desire and that want behind it is really what gets people amped up and excited about it. So
Mhm.
this is proven, guys. I'll update you next week as to how many people actually signed up. So we'll see. But I'm excited, and that was kind of the majority of my week. So yay!
Awesome. Awesome. Are you done? I have questions.
Yeah, you can ask a question. I'm gonna keep updating, but ask a question.
Okay. Quick question. How many of those messages do you think you got? Like people saying they were excited, expressing excitement of some sort.
So across different areas in the platform, some were through DM, some were through comments, and then some were through like when I was saying it live.
Sure.
Probably like 10 or 15.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Because there are more people excited about it that just aren't vocal about it.
Yeah. Dude, I'm super excited about it. And like I had people
That's
just
awesome.
like DM me like when I put it on my stories, be like, "Yo, this is going to be sick." And I'm like, "Dude, I know it's going to be sick." So,
Look
yeah.
at that. Oh my god. Well, I was gonna send you all the juju. All right.
Thank
More
you.
updates.
Okay. I received the juju.
That was a
um
good juju receiving noise.
Thank you. So as far as that free doc goes, I ended up doing 20, not 25, um, like recipes for a 10 with 10 different pantry items. So I think that that's still a really cool giveaway that is now posted on my website and on my Pinterest. Sorry, there's so many things with P's now. Um, so that those are on
Like a
those two
website.
locations. Website and Pinterest. Yes, so many things with P's. I was thinking Patreon, man. I was like, what is the P
Okay.
thing? Um,
The
so
other
I
P
think
thing.
I think that that's going to be a better way of like getting people in onto my email list, and then I can like foster that. I'm excited for that. I accidentally shared it on my personal Facebook page when I meant to share it in a group just to get some feedback from it. And it was shared like 2 or 3 times. And I was like, oh shit. Okay, good people out in the world, enjoy, enjoy for free.
And it's
But I
off.
mean, but I think that's also how you know that it's like good quality, right? So
If people want to share it, that's a huge deal. Yeah.
definitely. And I added in a bonus because I feel like people always love bonuses. Like when they see it, they're like, oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting this. So technically it's 21 recipes, and the 21st recipe is a vegan gin fizz. Because duh.
Holy crap. Holy crap. There's an extra recipe.
Dude,
Bonus.
that's what I'm saying. And it's gin, oh, even better. Then they get to know me and
Ah,
my personality a little bit too. So I love
yes.
it.
Yes.
Um,
A lush.
a lush. Damn, I just enjoy a good gin, not straight in a
Yeah.
cocktail.
Every day with every meal. No.
Oh my god, I don't need rehab. God damn it.
You do not. You do not. I shouldn't say things like that because some people will think I'm serious.
I know, for real, man. You can't see my facial expression through a podcast.
I'm not serious, guys. Calm down. I'll let you know when I'm serious, though.
Okay, so last week I mentioned that I switched to Zero, got rid of QuickBooks. So no longer am I being charged $25 a month for that bullshit. Um,
Yeah.
I'm excited for Zero. I haven't finished setting it up yet, but it's really intuitive and it seems to like once you have everything in there, it reconciles for you automatically.
Reconciles
What?
itself.
Dude, yeah. So I'm really excited about this change and like the the combinations or rather the way that you can invoice and the way that people can pay is fantastic. So like if you don't want anything charged, like it's a very nominal fee. It's not free like QuickBooks. QuickBooks used to just do like a bank transfer for free, but you have to like
Mm,
use third party companies and they charge for it. So I mean it's a nominal fee, but it's really not that bad. So I'm very
nice.
excited to switch over to this platform. And I think those are the biggest things happening in my life right now. Uh, but yeah,
The amount of excited energy that you possess today, Chal, I just uh it's like you bounced back from a low point, a few months ago or whenever that was, but you haven't bounced back to like unbridled enthusiasm, and
yeah,
today you've got that. So I wish you the best of luck. I really hope the Patreon thing takes off.
dude, me too.
And it's so good to hear that people are sharing your shit, even if you accidentally put it out there.
Right? Whoopsies.
um, and yeah, I think, man, I thank you for the reminder that we get bored of repeating ourselves because I get really bored of repeating myself. But man, people who are good at repeating themselves make a fucking living, you know?
Dude, I have a story about that. I was listening to
Tell me.
Clubhouse yesterday, and there's this
Uh-huh.
dude named Gary. He has a club named Gary, and he laid everything out that he said so clearly. Like he was like, "This is these are the 11 ways to make money online," and he didn't very like go into very much detail about any of them, but in like every other step, he's like, just shoot me a DM on Instagram. Like, click on my face. I'm the one with the blinking blue or with the blinking circle around it. Scroll all the way down. Click on my Instagram. On my Instagram, you'll see the option to follow and then DM me. Make sure you click that follow button. I really like follows. And then he's like, shoot me a message. Type in workshop. WORKSHOP. I shit you not. Like, did all
Go
of
Gary.
this.
Go Gary.
And then he's like, just watch your screen. I'll text you back. I'll text you back. So I don't know how the fuck he's texting back that quick, but anyway, like it was just so well laid out. And he did this for like 30 minutes. And I don't know why I listened to the whole time, but he was such a good salesman, but he wasn't being salesy. It was so good. So, guys, do this shit because it works. And I know this dude is making millions of dollars on Clubhouse doing that. So,
I'm sure. I mean, when I was learning a lot about personal finance and stuff, I listened to the Dave Ramsey radio show. He's on the radio 3 hours every goddamn day. And it's
Jesus
funny that I
Christ.
said goddamn because he's real Jesus-y. But anyway, there's your time. But real quick, like I realized very quickly that he's got a financial plan and he's laid it out in multiple ways. And people call in and they ask questions that are in the plan.
Huh.
And he just answers the same damn questions every day. And and I was one of the millions of people for a while that was listening to it because as you're learning, sometimes repetition, you just need it,
Oh,
to really
yeah.
let things sink in. So and I just remember thinking, man, I could not have this guy's job because I would get so annoyed. Like, did you read the damn book? Like, but every day without fail, he was just like, well, yeah, the thing about that basic question is this, it's the same question I answered an hour
Damn.
ago and yesterday, but we'll do it again. And yeah, so anyway, I think Donald Miller, good old Donnie, says marketing is an exercise in memorization, right?
Yeah.
So you got to repeat yourself until they memorize it. You want them going, I know. Scroll down, click on the Instagram. He likes follows, right? That's what you want people thinking and rolling their
Yeah.
eyes about. So
And
thanks for the reminder. I always need that reminder myself.
definitely. And I think if you feel schmutzy selling your high priced items, like engage people with a lower priced item, even if it is a buck. Like that's gonna show you who is your super fan, right?
Heck yeah.
Of like
Yeah.
your 1,000 people or maybe more. Like the people who really like engage at that lower price item, those are your super fans. Those are the people you want to work with.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I wonder too. The other thought I had on this is what are you doing with your big course? Because as you're learning, people like to be excited about something, and I'm kind of wondering if you close it and put up sign up for the waiting list while you generate this buzz and excitement about your other thing, so that if
Yeah.
people dig deeper, they find you, they see it's there, but it's not
Ooh,
instantly available.
I like that.
And then later you can be like, I'm opening up this course again to people who've already opened their wallets, paid you $1, and they got value out of it, right?
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, I took it off my site. Like other than the description, I took everything off the site and like the
Oh, cool.
option to purchase. Yeah.
Yeah, so just maybe have a sign up for the waiting list so that you have a list to email when you're ready to.
I love that.
Love
Yeah.
it. Got to launch to somebody.
Yeah, definitely. Cool, cool. Well,
Cool,
very
cool.
exciting. All right,
It's
Josh.
all very exciting. I can't wait for next Friday's updates.
Dude, I'm really excited for today to happen. By today, I mean Friday.
Excellent. Excellent.
All right.
Um,
I'm going to give you the same respect and give you 10 minutes and 2 seconds.
wow. You're so generous.
I know. You ready?
I'm ready.
Don't fuck it up, Josh.
Okay. Okay.
Go.
Okay. So you just reminded me of Zero. Fun Zero story. So I'm what? 2 3 months into zero. Zero should really sponsor our podcast at this point. But um, I just got my bill for from my bookkeeper, who's very happy about using Zero, and um, though I am now spending $11 a month for Zero, and I was spending nothing for the Bean Counter app. Um, uh, my bill so far, 1 month into using this, because Zero does so much for you, for my bookkeeper has gone from like 120 ish a month to 40.
Wow.
What happened? Zero does a lot automatically. That's what must be happening. I
It's a
mean, it's one
really
month in.
easy
We'll
platform to use.
yeah, yeah. So we'll see how how it goes going forward. But she sent me, like, she always does the same thing beginning every month. Like, here's reconciliation for last month. Here's paperwork. I paid your gross receipts tax. Here's everything, and here's my bill. And she handed me everything she normally does and billed for a lot less. So I was like, oh, I think this is one of the smartest money decisions I ever made.
A- And was it not her suggestion?
it, no, it was my suggestion. But I mean,
Okay.
I asked her, I said, I know, because we were having problems with Bean Counter where
Yeah.
sometimes she put something and it didn't save right. So it was costing both of us time to look back and figure out what happened, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe I should just pay for something that's modern and sleek and whatever. What do you think? And she was like, I think I could save at least an hour a month doing that. So I think it'd be a great idea. And looks like it's more than an hour. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, so far so good on that transition as well. Um, okay, so other things. One, just a sad farewell. We can play whatever horn funeral song here to the podcaststartupcourse.com domain is
Oh.
expiring. I just got an email this morning. I will not be renewing it. I was like, oh, thanks for notifying me via email. But so that's just interesting that, man, it was a year ago that I like bought the domain and started that process, right?
That is
And
crazy.
yeah, and though it didn't turn into a money making endeavor by much, I mean, it pretty much broke even. I learned a whole heck of a lot, so no regrets there at all. Still on my to do list eventually is really solidifying getting that podcast startup course on one of the other learning platforms where I can just set it and forget it,
Yeah.
and maybe it makes a buck here or there, but whatever. Um, but anyway, that domain's going away. So if anyone wants
Super.
podcaststartupcourse.com, go for it. um, okay, so two things. I realized in kind of SEO thought and services thought and expanding services and whatnot, I need to like continue experimenting with cloud backups, yes, continue experimenting with SEO, yes, but I also need to not forget about what got me here, the services I do have. And even though my services are very much trade time for money, they pay the bills. So I can't forget about them. So I was looking at the website and my keywords that we're going for with my SEO and stuff on my site.
Hmm.
And I was like, I don't have anywhere in here like solid state drive uh, updates or upgrades. That's the word. Solid state
Yeah.
drive upgrades. We talked a little bit about last week, like maybe I'm going to run an ad for that, but I realized I need a freaking page on my website for that.
Yeah.
So that's a little preview into my goals. So I need to make pages for solid state drives and cloud backups now that I'm pushing that. Eventually, I'll make a page about SEO services, but that's still going to be a long term experiment. Um, so so I need to do that, and then I probably need to switch a couple of my keywords out, um, so that just not in the non Google advertising way, just the SEO stuff,
Yeah.
I can get some traffic about solid state drives. So I'm gonna do that. That was just kind of a realization I had this week that all my keywords are like computer repair, which is good, computer repair ABQ, which is good. But I have some very specific services that if you're searching for it and you find someone in your town
Yeah.
who can do it, because I think most of my competition in town It's like, we do computer repair. What do you need? So if you land on a page, it's like, yes, I do solid state upgrades. Like,
Yeah.
boom, I got them. So that's a thing. And then the thing I'm most excited about is 505 Songworks, my music licensing agency. Couple of big deal things. One, um, just after we recorded, within the day after we recorded last week, I got notified that one of the songs I wrote almost 2 years ago now is being picked up by a pilot of a TV show as the theme song for a local, super local New Mexican TV show.
I have the chills,
Um,
Josh.
yeah. So it's going to be a little bit of money up front, not much, but it's a theme song for a pilot. If it gets picked up by anything and continues to air at all, I will make a lot of money on the back end. You know, because
Fuck
like
yeah.
the person who wrote like the Friends theme song, that's all they had to do for the rest of their life.
Do
Just
do do
because
do
every
do do
time
do do.
that song airs on TV, they get a little kickback for it. And because it's a theme song, it's in every single episode, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the dream. I mean, it's a hyper local production, so we'll see how it goes. Wish it luck, you know, because
Sending good
if they
vibes.
have good luck, I have good luck. So that's very exciting. Um, and it also gives me a little more clout in my music licensing agency that I can be like soon enough, like once it's announced and released, I can be like, and I'm also been placed in this. So that's fun. Um, it's like super fun and also a very small version of like the super fun thing because of the low budget hyper local.
Yeah.
But but you know, baby steps. I love it. Um, so that was one very exciting thing. The other very exciting thing is I started thinking about output, pitching output. Like we need to pitch more emails, more emails. And I thought my assistant, who's really just turned into the director of licensing at 505 Songworks, she assists me with some other crap, but basically that's her main gig now. She's limited by my musical output at this point. And the
Mm.
reason I wanted to not take other people's music right now
Yeah.
was so that I could get some placements for me and develop that clout. Like, I know what I'm doing, trust me,
Yeah.
kind of a thing, before I started approaching other people. But what I realized is that, or what I think I'm realizing this week is that I'm not producing music at a high enough clip of different styles and subjects and whatnot that she can pitch at a high enough clip that we can get some major traction.
Yeah.
So I think what we need is I either need to just quit JBit, which is impossible because that's where I make the money, so that I can spend a lot more time making music, or she and I need to start talking more with local artists because again, the goal of 505 Songworks is to export New Mexican made music to Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
So get local artists who can make high quality stuff but don't know exactly what to do with it, get them signed. And I think it's oh, what do you call it? Imposter syndrome holding me back, where I'm
Mhm.
like, well, I don't have the clout to really approach people. It's like all I'm offering is give me your recording and I will try and make money with it for you.
Yeah.
You know, and like it's not a huge trust hurdle to get over, you know. I mean, some people, yeah, are going to be like, you want a download of my music? What are you going to do with it? But I mean, I have enough personal contacts that I think I'm a trusted, like, individual in the art scene here.
Yeah.
So, enough people vouching for me as a trustworthy person. And then I'm just saying, hey, give me a shot. It doesn't mean you sign away any rights. It doesn't mean you can't do anything you're already doing. It just means when I see an opportunity for your song, I'm going to pitch it to the powers that be.
Yeah.
Um, and so it's like, so why am I holding myself back? Mostly because I feel like an imposter. so, um, so that's where I am. So I think I have a meeting with my assistant slash the director of licensing at 505 Songworks on Monday, and we're going to brainstorm that. as well as I told her, like, she's kicking ass. And I told her, like, if she's interested in it, let's start really building 505 Songworks so it can pay her like
Yeah.
more than 10 hours a week if she's interested. And then she
Hell
can
yeah.
design her own job and she's interested. Um, so I have similar to you, but less, just the beginning stages of some of this. You're like further down the road, but I have unbridled enthusiasm about this. I'm real excited about it. So, so, um, so yeah, so that's what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna get together, formulate a plan about what do we need to do to get good music, in our catalog so that we can send it out, and what kind of music do we need so that we can be sending out like 5 to 10 emails a week, because we
Yeah.
need to send out hundreds of emails a year to get 6 people to respond to us.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the name of the game. So, so I'm real excited about it, but we don't have much specifics on it. But yeah, general feedback on that.
I'm excited for you. I think that it's going to be a really cool. I mean, dude, like you said, if you can get like 2 or 3 songs that happen to become the theme songs of shows, holy shit. Yes, that's
Yeah,
huge. Don't quit
yeah.
JBit. You're right, 100%. Do not put all of your eggs in one basket, mister. But
That's right.
I think that this is going to be a really cool opportunity, and I'm really sending good vibes
Yeah,
for that show
yeah.
to take off.
Me too. Thanks. Yeah, and it's always can build on itself. If that show takes off and I make money from that, fantastic. If we start selling other people's songs, I don't get the back end for that. We just get a cut of the upfront fee, and that artist gets the back end forever. So good for them.
Yeah,
But if we can make enough money in there that can really turn into a thing, and maybe we're not relying as much on JBit to fund the bill for 2 organizations,
yeah,
um, then that means JBit's got some freed up money that I can start hiring at JBit for like a technician, and then that will start freeing up my time for expanding JBit and doing all the interactions, marketing, and whatnot, but
yeah.
also time for music. So
I
as
love
I
this
continue
empire
to
that you're
learn
growing.
skills. Yes, the bean pyre, as I've lovingly referred to it for a while now. It's had some misses, some things incorporated into the bean pyre, like the podcast start, of course, that have gone away. But slowly we figure out which things are working, and we just keep building it up.
Hell yeah, dude. I love this.
Yeah. So that's all I have this week, pretty much. Um,
Cool.
yeah. Yeah, I'm just excited, and I'll have a lot more next week once me and Mags get to talk. It'll be funny because Mags will probably hear this episode before we talk on Monday.
Hey, girl.
Hey, Mags. So anyway, so yeah, so it's very exciting. So I'll have more next week.
Cool.
Shall we get to goals?
I think we should do the things.
I think we should do the things.
Yeah. All
Good
right.
goal check in. All right, bye.
I
What are
have
your goals this week, Chal?
3 goals. One, meditate daily because I've been putting that kind of off to the wayside. And I feel so much better when I do. And I'm just so much more productive when I do. But again, this week was just a little bit like, oh my God, I got all my fucking Patreon shit done. So that's where my
Mm-hmm.
mindset was. But next week,
Mm-hmm.
I think I can actually incorporate meditation in again. Um, I need to completely set up zero, actually pay for it. Um, so again, that shouldn't be that long, but I'm really excited for that switch. And lastly, I want to stick to my ideal work week as best as possible. So I remapped that out this past Monday, and it really includes everything that I need to not only sustain my business, but to also grow my business. So, and for like personal growth and development as well. So, next week, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to say like 70% to like stick to my ideal work week. I feel like that's fair.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I am. just a couple days ago, I plugged in my ideal work week in my calendar that I made a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
and I'm starting to follow that as well. So I'm gonna say in my next week, I'm gonna do that same thing, follow that ideal work week. I already feel so much less anxiety about it because I know there's a time in my calendar, for instance, where I'm just going to catch up on the Unstuck Institute admin bullshit that we have to do behind the scenes, right?
Yeah.
Like having that float over my head all week, all the time, it's just been so draining and I hadn't realized it. But now that
Yeah.
it's like on my calendar, I'm going to spend an hour at this time doing this. I'm like, anything that comes up for this or any of my other projects, I'm like, I know there's a time coming up real soon that I will get to all of that
Yeah.
and it'll be fine. So so good. I'm gonna steal that as one of my goals too.
All good.
um, sorry, I like keep coughing and I sound like I have a frog in my throat because
I
I
was gonna say
probably
you
do.
got a ribbit. You got a quick ribbit.
Ribbit. Um, it makes for real good podcast audio if the host is like, oh, hello. All right, so I'm gonna do the ideal work week. 70% I think is a good goal. So stealing, yoink, and I'm gonna make a web page for both my solid state drive and cloud backups offerings um, pages on my JBit site.
Cool.
Um, that's my goal. And then also one more thing, because I just have to. There's a deadline. The backing track that I'm creating for an online musical that's happening end of next month. That track is due. I got a rough draft of it out to the director this week, and she loved it, which is great. So now
Yay.
that she loved it, I need to polish it up. So I got to polish that and finalize that and give it to her by the end of next week. So that's
Cool.
my third goal. Gotta write that down so I don't forget. Okay, so with that, let's get out of here, shall we? Have a wonderful Friday. Bye, child. All right, that's a wrap on Casual Friday. If you have a question for us on Casual Friday, email us at unstuck.institute@gmail.com or hit us up on Instagram at unstuck.institute or hit us up on Clubhouse every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. We're live on Clubhouse at the Unstuck Yourself room. So hit us up there. There's a lot of great conversation always happening there. If you haven't already, download our free PDF Lifebook to keep the ball rolling on your own productivity and get your Lifebook today at unstuck.institute/lifebook. That's a wrap. Have a great Friday, a great weekend. Be excellent to each other. Bye, guys.
Peace out, Girl Scout.